At the moment, I'm in the house. It is hailing the size of little snowballs outside my house. This weather was not expected. It just said it's going to be windy with wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. It may be a little showers. I think the weather has changed significantly. Happy Tuesday, I believe. It's been a whirlwind since the hot chocolate race. As I told you before, when I got back on Monday, I had to travel for work. So running was cut short because when I, after traveling, come back and trying to get back into the swing of things, and also learning that while I was gone, I got a promotion. Was not expecting that. So when they called me into the office, the first thing the manager of my department comes and goes, I need to speak to you in my office. I gave him this look like, well, he goes, you're not in trouble. So it doesn't make a difference because whatever I've done is done. I can't undo it. So when I go back to his office, our HR person is sitting there. I'm thinking, well, I got fired because whatever I've done is done. They sit me down. They thank me for doing an extraordinary job in my time as the team leader in seafood and blah, blah, blah. And you have increased sales on the different food items that we make, blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking, yep, this is what you get first. You get the sweet before you get the sour. And he goes, well, with that said, we'd like to offer you the position in cheese department. And at first, I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He said, we want to know if you were interested in leading the team in cheese department. And I was like, yeah. And then I had a couple other questions afterwards. But still, while I was away, this was going on because my immediate manager knew. So when I came back to the department, he was so excited for me. He's also excited, but he's also sad because during my time in the department that I worked under him, I have increased sales, and our seafood department makes these gold pan meals. So I have basically took that and raised it up to the 8% that they wanted it to be. And I did that and had fun doing it. Now I have another opportunity to do it in another department. So I'm excited. So that was a crazy week in between. But with that said, let me catch you up. Let's see. Kiki and I have started training, both of us. I have signed up for many other races that I will go over with later in this video. But our first focus is Kiki. She is doing the Special Olympics 5K. It's called a run walk, but she's doing the walk. And that's in actually 2 weeks. So we've been training for that. And on Sunday, I was very, very happy because after I come off of work, I got dressed. I took an Uber home from work so I can take her out. She walked 2.5 miles in 1 hour, and that's fast for her. But still, we're on par, and she's very excited about doing it, so I'm excited. So I also have off tomorrow. We're going to go to the gym as well. So, but while I'm here, I'm going to do a little bit of race recap, but I'll probably do that later on in the video. But right now, I want to show you some of the things that I bought when I went thrifting in Philly. Some of the workout clothes that I bought. But first, I'm going to start with hats because I don't have it in any particular category. I'm going to start with hats. This is the first little hat I got. And I think it's so cute. It has like a little dog on the front. I thought it was really cute. I don't know if it looks good, but I wore it once if you saw my little short. But I kind of like it because, I have dogs. So, and then my son gave me some hats. And I was really excited to get this hat until I was thinking, oh, it's a baseball team. He's like, Mom, it's not a baseball team. But anyway, I got that hat. He gave me this hat, which has the Liberty Bell on it. And when I run my Patriots Challenge in November, I think I might actually see if I can wear that. And then there's another one. It just says stolen on it, on the front of it. So he gave those to me, which I really like. Then I went to this thrift store. It's really nice because in the back, they have this $5 room. And last time I went, the last year that I went down there, I got a lot of stuff. So, but this is not part of the thrifting, but I got this because I completed 62 miles for the one charity I was running for. So it's called Driven by Heart. So I got that. That's not part of the thrifting thing, but I wanted to share that with you as well. And I love that shirt. This is the shirt I got. This is a dry fit shirt, and it's by Nike. And it's a crop top because, you know, summer weather is coming. And I don't want to be running out there on that bike path, pounding the pavement and passing out. The second pair of pants I got are American Eagle. And these are exercise pants. I got them because they have pockets on the side. So if I want to, I can put like my ID. So sometimes I put my ID in there. And sometimes I put my, what do you call it? I can't think of it right now. Phone in there. So that's the first pair of pants I got. Then I got a jacket. And this jacket is from, it doesn't say, Cold Gear. But I got this. And I like it. It has the logo on the front. Has a hood to it. And it's like the other jacket I have. So it's almost like the same exact jacket that I already own. I have that. Then I got... Sorry, you guys are sitting at a weird angle. It's because I couldn't get anything else to work. So this is, I propped you up. Got another pair of pants. And these are by... There's a tag on this? No, there is not. What does the tag say? Hey Nuts. And this is another pair of gray pants. I also like them too because they have this across the top. And they also have this little logo in the back. Give me 1 second. Here, boo. And these don't have pockets, but I'm okay with that. Then I got these. I thought these were pretty jazzy. I might actually wear these for the Beaver Special Olympic run because Vakira's favorite color is green. So I might actually wear these, but look at the cool design on those. I love these so much. These are cute. I think these are cropped pants, but they are really, really nice. And they have no identification on them, but I think they're so nice. And they fit really well, too, and I really like those. Then I got this sports bra. I like the front of it, and then it's slightly padded. This is by Alphalete, and the back has a crisscross design, but I got it mostly because I like the crisscross design, but I also like the fact that it had mesh in it, which I think will be really nice when you're running. I got a few more other items. I got a pair of shorts, and this has a pocket with a zipper, which I was very excited about. You can put like stuff in there, little things. Has a pocket in the back. I don't know who these are by. Wait a minute, what is it by? Athleta Girl. And now, tell you one thing, I really don't like shorts because I don't like the way my legs look, but I'm getting to the point where I'm getting over it. Okay, because I'm gonna be running somewhere in a race because I signed up for a couple of races in the summer. I don't want to run wearing long pants and get overheated all because of the fact that I don't like the way my legs look, which I think is ridiculous. So I got those. And then I got the final thing is called Love in Sports. Then I got these. They have the different colors on the side, you know, the cream, the orange, and the gray. And I like these a lot. These are cute, but which is really cool about these, the cream part, there are pockets on them. And I like the way they fit. They fit really well. So not bad for a thrift haul. hoping this, the way I have you propped up, which is the weirdest, I have you propped up on a coffee cup. I hope this works out. I was trying to get a better thing. My tripod and I are not in agreement this morning. Well, this evening. But I'm going to do like a little race recap, let you know how I felt, what I did, how I felt while I was running, and stuff like that. I'll do that while I'm making dinner. So tonight for dinner, we are having beautiful stuffed mushrooms. All I'm going to do, I have washed them off. I'm just going to put olive oil on the back of them, and then I'm going to put them in the oven 450 for about 30 minutes. But yeah, the race day, I felt good when I got out there. It was nice, as you saw in the video. If you already saw the video, if not, go back and watch the video of the race, because I had a great time. But I think the first thing I did, and I kept telling myself, don't start off fast, and that's what I did. When the gun went off, well, it wasn't a gun, but when it went off, we counted down, I started going out, and I felt good. So I was running with this first pack. Now, we had a pacer, and we had to find the group that I was in the Corral L, which was the pace group of 10:30, because that's what I put down, because at the time when I was training, I was running, you know, a pace of 10:30, so that's the pace that I picked, which was fine, and I found my pacer. But one of the weird things about it, the pacer kept going faster and faster, and eventually I lost the pacer, and I wound up in another group who was running, I believe, at my pace. And I think the group that was running was the 11 group. So I just stayed with them, but I did go out a little bit faster than I anticipated, which is not what I wanted to do, but that's what happened. But then I reeled myself back in when I realized, I go, you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, you're going out a little bit too fast, slow down. So I did slow down, and I was going, had a little even clip going, and I was running. But as usual, I should have went to the bathroom before. This is not TMI. I should have went to the bathroom before I started running, because about maybe 2.5 miles in, I saw the porta potties across the way. Now, the way the race was set up, we were going down one way and we were making a loop and we were coming back up. But hold on, let me put these in the oven. But so I saw the marker, and then I saw one of the volunteers, and as I was running by, I pointed to the porta potties, and he goes, if you go across, you got to come back and start again at mile 2. I'm thinking, I am not going back. So what I did was I ran down to mile 3 and then looped back around. And when I looped back around, it was, I didn't get back to the porta potties until like 3.5 miles into the race, but I managed to get in there. So even with the porta potty stop, I still made it. I think I made good time. So 1 hour and 9 minutes, that's what it said. But I'm trying to decide if that's with the porta potty, probably with the porta potty, but it was still a good time for my first race. But after that, it was quick and easy to get in and out and right back on the track, because that's where it was. I wound up walking with this. I did stop. I caught up with this lady. She was walking, and I stopped because we started talking, because she looked to be, about the same age I was. So we walked for like maybe a minute or so, and then we got back into the race. But it was really fun. The course was really nice. It was easy. And towards the end of the race, it did start raining, which was really nice. And the only incline in the race was coming back around. So if you've ever been to Philadelphia, when you come back around from Kelly Drive and you're coming back up that little small incline to go around the front of the art museum, that's all we had to worry about. And that was the only thing. And that was fine. But getting across that finish line, it just made me, it was like 10 years coming to, it's kind of hard to explain, but I did this race 10 years ago, but I did the 5K at the time, but this time I did the 6 mile race, and it was really nice to do it, because it seems like it just brought me back to why I started and why I fell in love with running all over again. And I was so freaking excited when it was over. I kept saying excited, excited, excited through the entire video, but I couldn't find any other words to express how happy I was and how excited I was to be able to do that race. But as I said earlier, I did sign up for some more races, but the Hot Chocolate Run is definitely another race I will go back and do next year. And I did sign up for the next year's race, and this time I signed up for the 15K, because by then I will have enough mileage under my belt. So, and also too, as I tell everybody, that this channel is about a second impression. And the second impression is not, it's like, no, a first chance at a second impression. And it's basically not to impress others, but to impress myself, to be better than who I was before I started this channel. And every day is an opportunity for me to be better than who I was. So right now I am cutting up strips of green peppers, because I'm going to put some green peppers in there, and I have them in long strips. I'm trying to decide, do I want to dice them or not? So, and also too, after I came back from that race that Tuesday, I had to go for training with my job, and I had to drive. Well, I didn't drive. I was going to rent a car, but then the weather was going to snow, and I really don't like driving places that I don't know how to get to in bad weather. So that Monday, I called the store where I work, and I knew there was 2 guys that were going, so I kind of rode with them, which was really nice. So we got to know each other a lot better, and that was kind of fun too. But this week has been crazy. I didn't get a chance to train the week after the race like I really wanted to, but I took time to rest, which I think was very beneficial because it helped out. Because when I did go back, I started training. I went for a run on Monday, and oh my God, that was the best run I've had in a long time. I mean, I ran 5 miles, and I think I stopped twice just to check where I was, because I couldn't hear I was listening to an audiobook, and I couldn't hear the Nike app tell me how many miles I ran. But yeah, I ran the 5 miles, and it was awesome. But I also did that as part of a virtual 5-mile race, the Valley Forge 5-mile race that they had. I signed up to do that because I wanted to get, hold on, a little shaky there. I wanted to get another virtual, I always say make good use of the time that I'm running. So I like to have little challenges along the way, because if I had little challenges, I don't want to disappoint myself, because I figure if I depend on me to just go out and run, I wouldn't run. But if I know I have a challenge that I signed up for, and I paid money for it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So that's what I did. I went out and did the 5-mile Valley Forge virtual run, and I placed 10th out of that, which was kind of nice. And I think in my age group, I placed 10th out of all of the virtual runners. And in my age group, I think I was like maybe 3 or 4. I have to find out. I have to see the final thing. They give you up until Easter to post your times if you did the virtual run. So I have to see. But so far, I am in 10th out of 15, which is not bad, because there was a 90-year-old that did the race, and I was thinking, wow, whoever, I think it was a male, he came in like maybe 20 minutes after me, which is impressive. So that was really good. But yeah, that were my brief thoughts on, okay, this is what the mushrooms look like. They've been in, I probably could have let them stay in less time, but I wanted them to be flat, and this is what they look like. They were in at 450 for 30 minutes. And now what I usually do with the mushrooms, the stuffed mushrooms I have, this is a collard green and kale mix. And I will cook that down. You think it's a lot, but I will cook this down. And a little cooking tip for you if you didn't realize it, is my jack. If you add your seasonings to your food and taste it while you're cooking, you will not need to add any seasonings to your food after cooking, because they would have been cooked, absorbed the seasonings to your liking before you have to add more. So that cuts down on how much salt that you add to your food. Just a quick tip. So that's something that I learned in culinary school, which was fun. So there you go. Look at how, and your food should be bright colors as well. And also greens. The darker the greens, the better they are for you. The more vitamins that they will have in you as well. Which brings me next. I added the texture protein, which is right there, and I also added some tomatoes, as you can see, and some more green peppers. And what I'll do is I'll let this cook down for a few more minutes. Get this the way I want it. Get the greens to have them not wilt, but you know what I mean. Have them cook down a little bit more, add more salt. Taste it and see if it needs any more seasoning. Add some more seasoning to it. Then after that, I'll stuff it in the mushrooms. I'll put the mushrooms back in the oven. And when they come out, I'll sprinkle a little bit of vegan parm cheese on the top, and maybe I might add a little bit of tomato sauce because I have some sauce stuff, so I might add a little bit of tomato sauce on top too. So I think I might do that. Go heat up the sauce, or let the sauce heat up in the oven. But I'll cook that down, get that all done. And over here, you know how you get the bag of veggies? They have those really hard stalks in there. I hate chewing on those. It just kind of like ruins the meal when you're eating it. But this is such a pretty color. Look. I love how this looks. It's so beautiful. But like I said, this is what your food should look like. It should be a very beautiful color. Your food should be colorful. That's why I say the more vibrant the color of the food, the healthier it is and the better it is for you. So let me finish cooking this down, and I'll get the mushroom stuffed, and then we'll move on to the next part of it. Okay, this is what they look like afterwards. The mushrooms, as you saw, were flat, but I put the stuffing on top, put a little bit of tomato sauce on top, and I put that back in the oven on 350 for like maybe 10 minutes so that the tomato sauce can warm up. But I have this left over, and I have some rigatoni pasta left, so I have lunch for the next 2 days. And here is dinner done. It looks so good. You can see all the stuff on there, and look at that, the vegan texture protein, and then the collard greens and kale, the cheese that's on top, the sauce, the mushrooms on the bottom, the green peppers, the tomatoes in there. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to cut into this. It looks good. Let's ask Kiki as she takes a bite. What do you think?
Good.
It was good. So you heard it from the professional. She said it was delicious. All right, I'm going to dig in, and you guys have a great Wednesday night. Look, I'm wearing my new shirt. Ooh, I didn't know it reflects. That is so cool. I didn't know that. I'm wearing my new shirt today. Happy Friday. I'm out today. It's beautiful, so I'm going to go out for a 5-mile run. Come back home and have some burgers for dinner. And then tomorrow it's supposed to rain, but I'm still going to come out. Yeah, I got to share with you all the races I signed up for this year. I have a virtual race coming up, but that's not until May. But I have Kiki's 5K, which is next week, next Sunday. So we're excited about that. But I have my first official ultra trail race. That's what they call it. So I'm going to train for that. That's what I'm training for now. So the path I run on really doesn't have. Hey! The path that I run on really is not it's a beautiful day. I'm talking to my neighbor as I pass by. But the bike path I run on, it's cement. But today I think I might go through the wooded area just to get an idea, because trail running is a little bit softer, and I've heard from people who've done this race that it's an up and down, it's hilly, but I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the challenge of doing it. So it's kind of warm right now, so I'm gonna take my time running. I'm gonna get overheated. I carved up before I left. I just got home from work about 45 minutes ago. I carved up, had some black coffee, applesauce. I tried to eat a banana, but the banana was not ripe yet, so I stopped, because there's nothing like running on a banana in your stomach that wasn't ripe, so it can come up and become banana sauce, which I think is super gross. But yeah. So I'll show you some of the area that I'm going to run in today, but I'm going to try to go up. Since I know I'm going to be running on hills, I'm going to try to run up some hills today. My running has been getting better. I've been running up hills without stopping, and I'm very good. It's like I've been reading a couple of books about training your brain when you run, and I actually think that is truly, truly working, because before I even get to the hill, I'm like, yep, I said, this is not a hill, and I just keep going. I've been training myself how to get over things that I thought I couldn't do before. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm getting close to my start. I'm going to turn you off now because I'm walking on the sidewalk and I don't want to get hit by a car. But I'll see you on my run. It's a quick trail heading to my favorite place, the Covered Bridge.